Hey everyone, welcome back to Cook the Books. I'm your host CJ, and we got some more NHL playoff action for you guys. Going to be going over a couple props with you for tonight's games. We've got the Boston and Panthers series kicking back off tonight in Game 2. Then we've got the new series. Game 1 of the Vancouver Canucks versus the Edmonton Oilers is going to be happening. That one is going to be in Vancouver. Going to be an exciting series. Always is a good matchup when those two match up. But first up, we're going to get into the props with the Boston series. So as always, powered by prop.cash. If you guys are interested in checking out the software, it really is a great tool. Code CTB for 25% off your first month. First up, we're going to be looking at Alexander Barkov. We're going to be looking at his assist line. I'm actually surprised at this line being a minus 110. What you're looking at on the graph, this is filtered for home versus Boston. So this includes last year's playoffs as well as the regular season and yesterday's game, or not yesterday, but for Game 1. He had an assist in that game for the Tkachuk goal. But I mean, he's got he's had an assist in 7 out of the last 8 games against Boston. And when we filter him for the playoffs, he's hitting 3 out of 4 versus Boston in the playoffs. And then taking the home filter out of it and just looking at playoffs as a whole versus Boston, 6 out of 8 he's hit, and in 4 straight against them he's had an assist. So for the price being minus 110, Barkov, he's on that top line. They actually moved Verhaeghe and Tkachuk up to that line. Gonna be, almost like a mini power play in a sense. That's basically their power play unit minus, Reinhart that got bumped down to the second line. But, that's a good top line. Plenty of chances for him to set up his teammates. And as we saw in the last game, he set up Tkachuk for a goal. So hoping for something like that again tonight. Verhaeghe and Tkachuk are going to be ripping the puck. They've been ripping it all playoff long. So I'm liking Alexander Barkov to record an assist yet again versus the Boston Bruins in tonight's Game 2. And that is minus 110 on DraftKings. Looking at our next prop, we're going to be taking a look at Sam Reinhart. Another guy who just had a really good playoff. We're looking at this is filtered for playoffs and his home splits. So in that first series versus Tampa, 3 out of 3, he had 5, 6, 5. Game 1, he had 6 versus Boston in that loss. If you're looking at his attempts, he's had 6, 10, 7, 9. So, I mean, his shot attempts are up. His shots on goal are up. So, I mean, he's getting chances and he's converting on them. He's on that second line now. He's, as we mentioned in, the first prop with Barkov, he got bumped off that top line with Barkov. A little surprising to me. It worked well in the last series. Obviously, Sam Bennett's still out, so they're still trying to shuffle the lines and find a good mix that works until he's back. But Reinhart on that second line, it was almost good because he had like his own line to rip, because Lindell's not a big shooter. And then same thing with the left wing. I think it's Luostarinen is on that line with them. Both of them are not really, big shooters of the puck. So they kind of just are looking to set up Reinhart. And Reinhart, as we see, he's going to shoot the puck, hitting all 4 games of these playoffs when he's at home. And then if we just look at him in his last 10 home games, him at home is a wagon. So, I mean, if you can see, let's look at the last 10 games. He's hitting all 10. He's on a 10 streak hitting at home. So, I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it. He's got, a plus money value on this, which is kind of insane. So, I mean, the guy's been producing. If you're going to give me that at plus money, it's almost becomes a must play. And for a guy that had 50 goals this season, that's good value to me. So I'm going to be taking Reinhart over 3.5 shots on goal. And that is at plus money on DraftKings, Caesars, BetMGM. Literally every book I think has that at plus money, depending on what time you see this video. And then looking at our last prop of the night, we're going to be taking a look at the Edmonton game. We're looking at Ryan Nugent-Hopkins to go over 1.5 shots on goal. Against Vancouver, he just loves ripping. He's hit this line in 10 out of 11 versus them. And as you can see, his shot attempts are way up when he plays them. And he's on that second line with Draisaitl and Vander Kane. We still haven't heard about lineups, yet for this game. Those are probably going to come out a little bit later on today. So, that could change, depending on what line he's on. But Adam Henrique is out, so he might get bumped up to that top line with McDavid. That, has been something that's worked in the past for them. So could see that. Not really sure yet. But, whether he's on that top line or second line, it doesn't really matter. He's on the top power play as well. So, he's going to get opportunities to shoot the puck. And 10 out of 11 versus this team, I like his chances to go over yet again. So Ryan Nugent-Hopkins over 1.5 shots on goal. I would recommend taking that on a DFS app just because it is a little juice. So if you could find a pair on a DFS app, that'd be ideal. If not, it's not too crazy juiced. In my opinion, I'm willing to take, a prop that's a little bit more juiced if I really believe in the pick. So, great history in the matchup. So I personally don't mind it, but obviously everyone's different. You do what you are comfortable with. Best line for that is on DraftKings. That's everything we got for you guys on this Betting Wednesday. Again, if you guys want everything that we're going to be playing, not just hockey, but all sports, that's going to be down in the description below in the VIP. If you guys are new here, like, comment, subscribe, all things to help the channel grow. And if you're following the bets, good luck. And as always, let's cook the books.